Help support The Loft. Go to patreon.com/C64Woody, click the link down below, and like, share, and subscribe. Hey everyone, and welcome to The Loft. I'm Woody. Many of you know of my friend Joel down in San Antonio who runs Retro City. Well, he has another friend down there who runs a shop not too far away from Retro City called Toy Hunters, and Joel suggested that I visit this shop and give it a look and see if you all wanted to see it. Well, I definitely think you all would want to see it. I've already told some people in my Discord about this. It is phenomenal. I was in awe the entire time that I was there. It was definitely worth the trip down, or at least it will be, because I'm totally doing this before I go to San Antonio. It'll be sorted out in the magic of editing, yeah. Anyway, let's go to San Antonio and check out Toy Hunters. Coming from that intro that I've already done, here we are with Ernie here at Toy Hunters in San Antonio, Texas. I drove down today just to be here and hang out with him and Joel over at Retro City. He hooked me up with Ernie, and it's just been a fantastic journey here in his shop. You'll see some footage that I took of everything in the shop that I could, but let's talk to the man himself. Ernie, tell us how you amassed this inventory. What started it?
Well, actually my mom started on it back when I was 7 and saw the original Star Wars. That started a chain reaction of the love for action figures and toys. So for the past 30 years, I've been collecting the coolest stuff that I've just come across. I'm a teacher by trade, so on holidays and summer, guess what I was doing? So I was really just loving the collection and all that kind of stuff. I did eBay for a little bit.
Yeah.
I do have an eBay collectible possessions store as well. But it was a little slow, so I decided to meet the public and with a big storefront, and here I am.
And here we are, and I think you made the right call.
I wanted a sight to see, and if you like something, fantastic.
And I've been here for a couple of hours, and we have seen a decent amount of foot traffic for a small store like this. I've been thoroughly impressed. And not everyone has bought something, but they've all come in and looked and just have had a look of awe on their face. Now, let's say someone were to come in and didn't know what they wanted, but wanted to buy something. What would you point them towards?
Fantastic. So depending on kind of what era or decade they like, I can point them to a vast collection of old Star Wars, old movies. I have stuff for the kiddos. I got $1 stuff. I got $500 stuff. Anything that can happen for a birthday, holidays, just to impress your friend. I pretty much have it here.
Like, as we're filming this, I'm looking at a collection of Pez dispensers that are from, I guess, mostly the 80s. Whole, like all 4 of the Ninja Turtles. Well, no, just Michelangelo and Leonardo, and is that Raphael there?
They're all there, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And of course, Star Wars out the wazoo. And Ernie is a Star Wars fanatic. He also likes Star Trek, so we can get along. He has an entire Star Trek section. And
one of the biggest in town.
That's my favorite part of the store, as you can understand. But we've just been going back and forth, and Joel has been here, and we've been talking about all the games that we played growing up. And I, unfortunately, did not grow up in the same era as Joel and Ernie. I missed it by just a couple of years. But they grew up playing Atari, Commodore 64, all of the classics, and it's just been a fantastic exploration of retro history and just everything that I try to make this channel about.
Many, many hours on my Commodore 64.
Ernie's shop is my dream set now. It's really... and in fact, you look here, you have a lot of Star Wars stuff, and even down here, various, Batman, Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Cobra.
I have old, new, in the package and out of the package items.
And like on this side, I even see a snap together model kit of the USS Reliant from Star Trek 2, Star Trek nerd. And the prices are not crazy. They are not eBay prices, except maybe on your eBay store.
And I have best offer on every item.
See? Best offer on every item on his eBay store, which, by the way, I will drop links down in the description with all of Ernie's shop links, his eBay store, his Instagram, the website for this place, everything will be down in the description, because y'all gotta come here. I know a lot of my audience is overseas, but if you're ever in Central Texas, first stop by the loft and say hi. And then we'll take a road trip down to San Antonio, and I'll introduce you to my friend Ernie. And you won't want to leave, which is fine. I'll just leave you here and you can Uber. Or Lyft, ride share, whatever. But Joel was here earlier, and he had his heavy Sixer Atari 2600 with him, and was just showing it. We do want to get some time together for the three of us to just geek out and play old games. I really want to as well, just to experience a lot of these old games for the first time, because I didn't grow up playing them. We are definitely going to be back to see Ernie and his shop, and I highly, highly recommend you check out his inventory online, buy something. He does ship internationally, correct? All right, so if you are overseas and you're like, I saw that thing and I really want it, he will hook you up, no problem. And yeah, check out Toy Hunters in San Antonio, Texas, right near where Retro City used to be, because fortunately for Joel, it's a good reason for him to close his shop. His other business has taken off, has doubled, so he unfortunately doesn't have the time to devote to Retro City anymore. He was doing it more as a passion project anyway, and he still wants to keep it going in some form or fashion.
Still loves it.
He is definitely still connected with my channel, with this channel, and Ernie now is.
Yes.
Ernie is now a friend of the channel, really good friend of the channel. Check out his shop, and let me know in the comments if you see anything that you really like, and I'll see if Ernie can hold on to it for you. Whew. Whew, that was quite the trip, all the way from San Antonio back home. Welcome back to the loft. Oh, the crazy things I'll do for you people. Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that place awesome? Oh my gosh. And I only caught a small glimpse of what's all there. Check out the links that are down below. Everything about Toy Hunters will be down below. His Instagram, his eBay shop, everything. And there are sales for veterans, discounts. Either you are a vintage toy fanatic yourself and need to compile a Christmas list, or you're shopping for one or both. Either way, great place to go shop. Check out his Instagram, check out the website, eBay shop, everything. Here in the loft, we have a lot of fun and we laugh a lot, and that is fantastic. I want to bring it down just a little bit right now, though, and talk about someone that a lot of my audience may already be subscribed to. It's a gentleman out of the UK. His channel is called Mark Fixes Stuff, and he does, in fact, on his channel, fix stuff. But recently, he had a very tragic blow to his channel. His house burned due to an electrical fire. They're not sure the source of that yet. They do know that it was electrical, but the inside of his house is completely gutted. The structure of the house is still solid, it's still good, but the whole inside is having to be gutted and replaced. Now, Mark runs his channel out of his home. That's where all of his filming equipment is. That's where his editing deck is. That's where he fixes stuff. But not anymore, because, like I said, his house is gutted. That includes his work area. Now, the retro community has been fantastic. We've rallied around him like crazy. There was some donation funding set up for him that within the first 48 hours, I believe the goal was 5,000 British pounds. It reached 20,000, like that. LGR even chipped in. Clint from Lazy Game Reviews. The whole community rallied around him. And that was amazing to see. They had to start another funding campaign for him because reached the limit of donations that can come in. That's how awesome this community is, that we rallied like that for him. So he is able to start rebuilding. He's already got new equipment ready to go. He's going to start filming new content here soon, like in the next week or two, I think he's starting. So that is fantastic. And more good news, and this is the most important good news from all of this. Him, his wife, and his kids, they're all okay. His family is in good health. They're all fine. Devastated, obviously, but they're fine. What's not fine is Mark's collection of vintage and retro computers, consoles, and various other retro devices. That's mostly all gone, including systems he had when he was a kid. Gone. Charred ruins. Melted plastic. Nothing left. I think there was like one or two things left, but even that may not be salvageable. And if you looked on his channel, you have seen videos of him going through what's left. And in one of the videos, he passes a stack of what was obviously once PlayStation 1s. And I'm willing to bet at least one of them had just been in his previous video that went up a couple of days before the fire. And that just hurts to see that. Now, I've talked to Mark a little bit, and I do want the community to help him not just rebuild his channel, which we're doing, but help him rebuild his collection. Of course, it will never replace the things that he had from time immemorial. You can never replace those memories, but the good thing is he has the memories. And maybe we can replace some of it to help harken back to those memories. So I'm calling on my audience. If you have any 8-bit microcomputer from back in the 80s, 8-bit console, 16-bit, whatever, if it's from the 80s or even early to mid 90s and you don't want it anymore, or you think Mark would make a good home for it, I am leaving a link to his Twitter down below, and reach out to him, send him a direct message. I've already talked to him about this. Send him a DM saying, hey, I have this thing. Do you want it? I would love to send it to you. And I think it's high time that he gets some American microcomputers. So I'm calling on my American audience. If you have something that you think would make a good home at Mark's place, he'll fix it up. He'll put a composite mod in it, maybe. Whatever. Or if you just want him to have it, reach out to him, send him a direct message, a DM, slide into Mark's DMs on Twitter and reach out to him. I also highly recommend watching his channel, liking his videos, subbing to him, definitely. And so I'll leave a link there. He does have a Patreon, so if you want to support him financially, especially right now as he's getting back on his feet, that would be the best way to do that. I highly recommend that. I am a patron of his now. Definitely check out Mark Fix's stuff. And in fact, Mark, you should check out Toy Hunters. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for stopping in, and I'll see you next time.